those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them.
And then I said, "Hey buddy, why the long face?" This is BBC News, with latest headlines for viewers in Israel and around the world. Tonight, amongst the chaos, reports of a bright shining star has appeared over Bethlehem. We have sent our reporter down to the scene to find out more.
Thanks, Zerubbabel. I am here in Bethlehem, directly beneath the star, and there are reports that its appearance coincided with the birth of a baby. We have here an eyewitness who claims to know more. So you own the property that this star appeared over. How do you feel having a baby born in your inn?
Well, you see, it wasn't actually born in the inn, so I was full, and I gave them the keys to the stable and said they could kick down in there. Now, it was all okay. I mean, I wasn't actually expecting her to give birth, but next thing I know, I'm woken up by someone telling me that the baby's been born. Well, don't worry, it was all okay. Everyone's happy and safe, and she put him down in the manger. It's all good.
What, in the manger, where the animals eat?
Well, yes, but obviously I gave them fresh straw. I'm not a complete barbarian. But, they were happy, and I, went back to bed after that, pretty quickly. I was woken up again, wasn't I? Bright new shining star in the sky. You try sleeping with that outside your window.
Wow, well, thanks for that. As you can see, this star is causing quite a stir. This whole story seems familiar somehow, but I can't quite place it. It certainly tops off a very strange year.
Thank you very much. We will be keeping you informed about any celestial developments as they occur. In other news, animal cruelty experts are concerned that animals are being forced out onto the streets as new parents use their stables for nurseries.
There are over 23,000 verses in the Bible, but only 2 give any details of Jesus' actual birth. And those 2 verses leave a lot of questions unanswered. We know there were no guest rooms available, and that Jesus was placed in an animal food trough called a manger. But was he born in a stable, or a cave, or some other outbuilding? We simply don't know. And with so few details, people tend to fill in the gaps, which is why we've ended up with our traditional nativity plays where many of the details can't be found at all in our Bibles. The best way to approach the Bible is to focus on what it actually says rather than what it doesn't. And from the 2 verses detailing Jesus' birth, we can learn several things. Jesus was born in Bethlehem. He was Mary's first child. Mary followed the normal practice of the time by wrapping Jesus in strips of cloth. And he was laid in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. Now today I want to focus on 2 things. Firstly, that Jesus was born in a humble shelter. Not a palace or a mansion that we would think was better suited to the Son of God, but a simple shelter with a manger as a bed. Jesus, who from the beginning of time was reigning with God in heaven, came down to earth and was born into the poorest of situations. Paul in 2 Corinthians put it this way, "For you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that you through his poverty might become rich." Jesus, born as a human baby, came to serve and to one day give his life so that we can be made right with God and be welcomed into God's family. By becoming poor, Jesus made it possible for us to be spiritually rich. And secondly, we see that even as a baby, Jesus was rejected. The guest rooms were full and no space could be found for Joseph and a pregnant Mary. Now, if the innkeepers knew now what was about to happen, I'm pretty sure that they would have sorted out their best room for the family. But they didn't. There was no room in the inn. Today, even though we now know who Jesus is, what he came to do and how Jesus' coming gives us a chance to be made right with God, people still choose not to follow Jesus and to reject the spiritual riches that God offers us. One of the great things about exchanging presents at Christmas is that it reminds us of the greatest of all gifts that God gave us, Jesus, on that first Christmas.
If you're freezing cold in December, huddle up warm with young and old, and remember why we're full of joy here at Christmas is because of the baby boy God sent to us. But do you see that the baby was born for you and me? There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me. Switch on Christmas lights till your house is twinkling oh so golden bright. Do you notice the presents by the tree? You tear open wrapping paper until you see your favorite toy. But do you know that the baby was the best gift of all? There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me. There is more, cause he saved us all. So I'll sing, for the joy he brings. There is more, cause he saved us all. So I'll sing, for the joy he brings. There is more to Christmas, for he was born to save us, died and rose again for you and me. From all of our sin he set us free. There is more, all because Jesus died for me.